Can someone invite me? Please.
Can I invite you?
There you go. I've accepted you as a friend.
There you go. Now you have a single friend.
Yay.
Both of you. Okay.
Join the Steve gang.
The Steve gang.
Yeah, at this moment, half my friends are called Steve.
Love it.
Because they're playing Rust.
Uh-huh.
Wait.
Jesus, Mother of God.
I didn't do it.
Bedroom.
Yeah, you did.
Oh, yeah, all right.
I guess I'll take it. What the? That's an odd looking Santa Claus.
I got that exact one.
I realized what your
My name is.
Whoops. I pressed the wrong button.
Oh, that felt good. So pretty.
Is it?
I can tell the fucking map's going to be pretty. There's gaps in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. I'm really interested to see what happens.
because it's so hard to get the zones to mesh right up against each other.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, okay.
You know you can just, like, overtake them, eh?
Yeah. I could do that if I wanted to.
Sounded so defeated. Yeah.
You're right, but I wish you weren't.
Yeah.
It's like when your boss talks to you. You could have done this differently. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
But it's too late for that now, isn't it?
Oh, we're going to be getting close to another level up pretty soon.
Nah.
Nah.
You leveled up last.
Huh?
No, like the first 3 levels are easy to get to. After that, it's a bit of a grind.
Ah, right.
You're probably about halfway there. Yes.
Oh, quite so.
See how I'm going to roll tonight.
Don't waste it. Dude, you'll get a nat 20 and then you'll not get any at all.
Don't waste what? What are you doing?
Rolling.
I don't want to say what it was. Because
what was it?
It's not good.
Yeah. Oh, you're rolling your own dice.
Yeah, I was just seeing. That's not going to get. Could go either way.
Well, I guess we'll see.
Okay. Is everybody ready yet?
I'm ready.
Okay. So
You see the pizza man drive past. Can you throw something at him so he doesn't make it in 20 minutes?
I'll make sure to. Butterscotch liqueur is really nice.
Did you have a look at that RPG toolkit, Alex?
No, I didn't. I don't think I got the chance to, mate.
There's a fair amount of stuff in there.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Do you not look at it?
Day.
Rightio. So a little bit of a recap. Last time you went looking for a farmer that had been reported missing.
Lord
Yeah.
Hain.
Yes, you'd asked around and found out that he often goes wandering, but this particular time he hadn't returned for quite some time. And the wife of the farmer was a little bit evasive,
She's a bit
but
sketchy.
you managed to con her out of a little bit of money for rescuing her husband.
Yeah, more than the, what was it, 10 gold that she originally offered?
Yeah.
Oh,
What did you eventually get? I can't remember.
I'm pretty
I
sure
think
we
we
actually
actually
ended
got
up
me.
bumping it up to like 100 in total, or it might have been like 30 each. I can't
Yeah.
remember. I don't think I wrote
I
it
think it
down.
was like 30. Yeah, I didn't write
Yeah,
it down.
30 each, I
Yeah,
think, was
yeah.
about right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
And you managed to find him in a cave that wasn't far away from the farmhouse. It was over the other side of a paddock, basically. And you found the cave had been haunted by large rats and dark mantles.
yeah. The dark mantle.
And you almost got yourself wiped out by the dark mantles. Close.
I was
Speak for
trying to
yourself.
hug
I didn't
them.
lose a single hit point.
Neither did I.
I wasn't the idiot who ran into the magical fucking darkness.
I didn't get hit.
You ran into the magical fucking darkness.
Yeah, because it tried to hug me. I thought it was nice.
And
And then I Googled what it looked like.
The paladin's gonna be the one to kill us all.
I'm the one that dies.
Oh, that's
No.
right. I can fly.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. You do whatever the fuck you want to do. Guess who's learning Dimension Door?
Shut up.
Oh,
Yeah.
fuck.
And after that, we had to finish the game, but eventually you did manage to work your way back to the farmhouse. Managed to begrudgingly get your reward out of the hands of the lady.
Yeah.
And yeah, she was a bit, yeah. And then you made your way back into Stillben,
Yes.
which is where we find ourselves now.
Boom.
Okay, so we're not quite onto this map yet. So let's get ourselves there. So
Magic.
indeed, yes.
Fucking righto. Magic. Yes, dear.
Okay, so on your way into Stillben, Oriel, you notice someone running up to the group as you enter the city,
Uh-huh.
and you know the person as your brother.
Yay! Oh, really?
And yeah,
I would like
and
to
he
cast
comes
Eldritch
running
Blast. I'm fucking with you.
punched in the face.
Not
Punched
just
in
the
the face by
paladin,
the
guys.
paladin.
Oh, sweet. In that case, I'd like to cast Hellish Rebuke.
No.
At
Okay.
second level.
Stop it. Fuck off.
Oh, fuck.
Okay, so Auric runs up and he basically comes up. Oriel, finally, I found you. Where have you been? I've been looking all over.
Been hugging shadows.
I like. If we're still on the cart, aren't we?
On the cart.
Yeah. Oh no, we walked back to town.
Smash to smithereens.
Yeah, you walk back into town.
I shove
Yeah.
Oriel out of the way with a pretty hearty shoulder charge, and man, he's cute. Hi, I'm Vale.
That's the thing. He purred like.
um,
I'll let
He-
it happen.
he just sort of glances at Vale. Hi, Oriel. I've got something for you and your friends here. We need to go now, right now.
Okie dokie. Follow my big brother.
Okay. So
Should I make this real awkward?
that's up to you, man.
All right. In that case, I'm gonna like look at him up and down and go, "How big a brother?"
No, he's terrible at talking to girls too. It's
My
one of his
notes now
things.
stand. My notes now say the paladin's brother has big cock.
Oh,
Well,
no,
he
please,
could
no.
have.
It's
He is rather
canon.
popular with. He is rather popular with the local ladies.
Is he?
And
Since when?
Well, you don't know
Canon.
this stuff because you're his sister.
Okay, my bad. Yeah.
you're just there hooking him up every night.
Yeah. Oopsie, my bad.
Tom
just
said
accidentally
paladin's brother.
drawing. See, she doesn't actually like wingman him per se, but she like opposite wingmans everyone else.
Yeah,
That sounds about right.
yeah,
She draws a lot of people away from herself, and they have to tend to go towards the one direction that she's not, which is normally her
Yeah.
brother.
yeah, yeah.
What was it, Still Ben? Because I
Yeah.
don't think I actually wrote it down anywhere.
Yeah, I actually did write it down this time.
Don't forget about Stilben.
Still Ben. Okay, so you follow him through the streets for about 15 to 20 minutes, and he eventually leads you to like one of the buildings near the marketplace, but it's sort of off to the side a little bit. It's rather sort of it looks like a noble's house or
Yay.
office space or something or other. He knocks on the door, and the door opens, and there's a butler. There's a butler at the door.
Yeah.
He recognizes Auric and eyes the rest of the party up and down a little bit, and then lets you all in.
Do I know the butler?
No.
Oh, poo.
No.
Okay.
So Auric eventually leads you up the stairs into what looks like a rather large study.
Yeah.
And there's a noble merchant sort of gentleman sitting at the other side of the desk. Auric sort of taps on the door before opening it and says, "Sir, I've found my sister and her party. If you'd like to have the chat with them."
Trap.
I'll walk out in front and I'll hello, I'm Vale. I'm the only voice worth listening to. I'm just here to speak for everyone else. This young kobold, dragonborn gentleman is Sauce, and this is Ariel.
Hi.
Yes, I know Oriel. Oriel has been well spoken of by her brother Auric here, which is actually why I've called your party together, amongst other reasons. My name is Margrave Wendell Truss. I am the mayor of Stilben, and I have need of your services.
What can we do for you?
Grave.
Yep, Margrave, Margrave,
Yep.
Wendell Truss.
Thank you. You may continue.
What can we do for you?
Well, it seems that there is somewhat of a coup about to happen in Stilben. It has been brought to my attention by a number of the merchants, and I'm sure you have actually already had had dealings with at least one or two of these merchants yourselves already, which is why I've asked your group, because you are somewhat involved in these events already. You see, as it is, I am the mayor of Stilben, but I hold very little of the actual power in the town. The actual power is held mostly by the leaders of the various guilds around the town. I'm mostly a figurehead, in fact. However, it seems that one of the merchants in the town has, or one of the merchant leaders, sorry, um, seems to have visions of grandeur. If he is allowed to act on these visions of grandeur, then Stilben will cease to be the township that it is, unfortunately. I fear that we must do our best to stop him while we still can.
Very well. And what is this dickhead gentleman's name?
Well, from the small amount of intel that I've been able to gather from sources around town that are still loyal to me, we believe that the culprit is in fact the textile baron. His name is Lustran Zeth.
Okie doke.
We believe at this point in time that he has actually been acting in various ways around the town in order to, how should we say, bring the other members of the merchant guilds around town into disrepute in various ways. You yourselves actually were involved in a warehouse issue, I believe, with the owners of the Rotten Goat Tavern. We believe that Lustran was behind those ghouls getting into the cellar, and in fact, we believe that he is also the one that commissioned the artifacts that you so justly rescued from the swamps recently as well.
Oh.
As I say, your group seems to be already involved. Would you like to help?
I'll help.
Ah, jolly good.
The paladin speaks for the party, apparently.
Yep. On this occasion.
So, although I understand her eagerness to help, do have a few finer details and some terms and conditions that'll have to be looked over and negotiated. I'm sure you're aware of.
Of course.
So firstly, I need to have a few parameters. How exactly do you want this dealt with, and how much freedom will we have to deal with it in our own way? Hello? Oh, sorry, you had the other.
Yeah, sorry, man.
No, you're all good.
We would like it dealt with. Our intel suggests that he is after a particular artifact that would basically give him the sort of power over the other guilds that he requires. We can't allow him to have this artifact. Whilst I'm rather slow to actually say that he needs to be killed, I mean, if need be, then sure, you must, I guess. But it would be better if we could just discourage him from obtaining this artifact.
That could probably be arranged. So, is he located in the town?
He usually does. He usually does reside in this town. Yes. I don't know if he is actually in town at the moment, though. My sources haven't actually been able to find that out for me.
Is his home in town though? Can you give us the address?
Yes, I can, of course.
Let's just assume that they gave directions. We don't need to be
Yep.
specific.
Yep.
Yep. All right. So, where's that? So, you said that he was making some other merchants more disreputable. How is he doing that? Is he spreading rumors, slander?
He's doing so in various ways. In fact, as you know, he tried to basically run the rotten goat out of town in a sense by threatening their supply line. That's one of the ways in which he's been acting. He's been securing various other artifacts in order to discredit other nobles or try to hamper their business in town, as it were. He hasn't been very outwardly violent or anything like that, but he's very much operating against the other merchants and other merchant guilds in a stealthy manner.
How many other people are aware of this? Is it just yourself, or are there other merchants or other nobles that are also aware of this matter?
Well, a number of the other merchants are aware that something is happening. They don't specifically know who at this point in time, and I haven't been outwardly telling them at the moment in order to avoid confusion and panic, essentially. But eventually, this information will probably get out.
Yes, but if it was the leak were to be controlled and the kind of information that were to get out was under our control, there is every possibility that we can fight this war on two fronts. If, for example, we were to rally some of the other merchants and nobles, correctly, of course, they might even riot themselves. And that'd even solve a few of our problems running in, whilst we perhaps go in from a pincer attack and take the artifact as an example.
That very, very well could be the case, yes.
Okay. The other thing is, would you know of anybody perhaps skilled in the art of stealth and subtlety? Like maybe a hireling or someone of the like that could help us. We would we would probably need someone who can be quiet, and I can certainly guarantee you that none of us are accomplished in that task. I'm probably the closest, and I'm not very good at it.
Oh, funny you should mention that. Actually, I was just about to
Isn't it?
yeah, I was just about to introduce you to one of my recently acquired workers who is actually quite knowledgeable in the ways of stealth, and he has been doing a little bit of the research behind the scenes for this very case.
Fantastic.
And he goes to another door in the office and opens it and brings in Sual. Yes, him.
What?
That's it's canon. That's it.
It's canon.
Yeah, I don't know how you want me to pronounce it.
I thought it would be
Atnaz.
Sawalk.
Yeah, it is. We just say Atnaz. It's easier.
Sualk.
Yeah. Swalk Atnaz.
Excellent. Then that is how it shall be. So yes,
Indubitably.
he introduces Sualk to the party.
So I come out of a door. Yeah. And you see this halfling Lightfoot come in a black robe, with white hair with red streaks. And he's covered his face. He's not really looking up at you guys. He's just 2'6". So he's really not looking up at you guys.
Hood up, head down, 3'6".
2'6".
2'6". Holy fuck. That's small for a halfling.
No, he only usually gets to 3 foot.
So fucking 6 inches shorter than their supposed max.
He's only young.
He's only young.
He got time. That's what he tells himself. At night.
I'm like, ooh,
He'll
mysterious.
grow. Mm. Doesn't say anything until he gets right up to you guys and then says, "Hi, my name's Atlas." I forgot my name.
I
Atlas.
forgot my name. No, that's canon. You said that out loud.
Atlas.
I'm pretty sure that the mayor said your name was Sualk.
Suwala. That's my first
Suwawa.
name.
I'm gonna call you Sue.
Sue.
Nice to meet you, Sue. I'm Vale.
G'day. Australian.
The one about a foot taller than you is Sauce.
Yes.
And
G'day.
the other one is Oriel.
Hello. I'm here to help.
Oh, it's adorable.
Excellent. The mayor leans back in his chair and he says Sualk here has actually been quite instrumental in finding out a number of the pieces of information that we actually have about Lustran and his operations.
Yeah, exceptional. Then I'm sure that you'll be instrumental in helping us find more.
Hopefully.
Oh, it's cute how
Excellent.
nervous he is.
Nervous. You should see my charisma.
Alrighty.
Couldn't be a warlock, I can tell you that.
Okay. Alright. So then,
So I look up at
we
what's
have
the
one
guy's
final
name?
matter to discuss, which is quite possibly the most important matter.
And I say
You're
payment.
talking about payment, I'm wagering, yes?
Yes.
Well, I did understand that this would probably come up. I've talked to a number of the merchant guilds in town. They are offering up a certain amount of money each for making sure that Lustran doesn't get the power that he's after. So I am able to offer you each the amount of 100 coin for disabling or dealing with this artifact and bringing us back some form of evidence that Lustran will no longer trouble the guilds of Stilben.
So, all of the merchant guilds in the mayor can only put 100 gold in.
Yeah.
Welcome to my life.
What about 200 each, plus whatever this artifact is we get to keep if we decide to?
The mayor walks back into another room. Seems like he's chatting to
Probably the
to an
merchants who
advisor.
were listening in the conversation.
He's chatting to. Well, you don't hear more than two voices. So the mayor is talking to one other person.
Can I actually?
The voice doesn't.
Can I actually try
The
and
voice
listen in?
doesn't sound familiar. You can roll perception.
Can I help or not? Tell me
20.
how it usually goes.
Okay. You do. The voices are rather low, but you do hear some aspects of the conversation. The merchant the merchant doesn't sound well because you believe it is one of the merchants.
Yeah.
He doesn't sound sort of offended at all by the fact that you're asking for more. He's considering the offer.
He is a
And
merchant after all.
yes, exactly. A few moments later, you hear some whispers of agreement, and the mayor comes back into the office, and says 200 each will be offered. Yes, very well.
And the artifact, if we so wish to keep it.
If you so wish to keep the artifact, it shall be yours. Yes.
Very good. And I'll look back at Sauce and Oriel, and I'll sort of if you guys are in agreement.
Stoss is just like 200. Yeah, 200. That's a lot of hands.
Yeah. And I'll look over at Sue, and I'm like, and I believe you getting paid with us or separately.
He
I
will
believe it'll be with you guys.
Yeah, he will be getting paid along with us. He will be a part of our group for the duration of at least this mission. Yes.
Then I believe that you also need to put your 2 cents in. Are you fine with that as reward and payment?
I am fine. In fact, I high five him and say, I've never gotten that much before. How'd you do it?
Like, yes. Still new at negotiating, I see. And I offer
I mean,
my
I'm
hand
not
out
very
to
good at-
shake the mayor's hand. You have a deal.
I grab your finger.
No, I don't think you can reach my finger.
I mean, when you give me your hand, I grab your finger.
Okay.
So I'm not very good at persuading. as
All
you
right.
can tell.
Fair enough.
Rightio. The mayor shakes your hand, and he basically wishes you well and gestures you out of the office. As you're leaving, he thanks Auric for his services as well.
Is there anything I can see around the room?
Looks like a pretty standard noble office. There's a rather sort of heavy set desk that the mayor is sitting behind. There are bookshelves that have got various scrolls and tomes and ledgers and things like that on them, but nothing that seems particularly valuable or useful.
Nothing, no little trinkets as we're going towards the door. Nothing like that.
Not really. No.
Okay, cool.
Probably
It's
don't
a-
want to rob the guy who's hiring us until after he's paid us.
Yeah, no, I was just thinking.
Yeah,
Wasn't
and
gone
you've been
yet.
hanging around his office for quite some time anyway. So if there has been anything worth taking, you've probably already taken
Yes.
it.
Michaela, just so you know, we can't hear you.
I think I was muted.
Holy
there is a
shit,
call.
the paladin can talk.
Hi.
Hi.
I just think Mr. Margrave.
Yep.
Mr. Margrave. Margrave's
Yeah.
his title.
Huh?
The Margrave is a title.
Is it? I thought his name was Margrave Wendell Truss.
Name's Wendell Truss.
Margrave is his title. He's Margrave Wendell Truss.
That doesn't make it any better.
Well, 3 out of 4
It
of us
doesn't
realize that, so
It
I
doesn't
don't know
matter.
what the fuck you're on about, so
that's okay. You don't need to. You're not the intelligence-based class.
shut up. I'm actually, my character's supposed to be smart. I'm not.
Oh, shit. You want to swap some of those attributes around so you can roleplay it a little bit?
Fuck up.
That's nasty. Smack
does
talk
that.
around the table.
Yeah. That's alright. I can smack talk her. I'm bigger than her. I can beat her in a fight.
Oh, shut up.
Alright.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Okay. So you guys get led back out of the mayor's office and back down onto the streets of Storben. You're only about a block or two away from the marketplace, and and you do know the way to go to get to Lustran's address, as it were.
Cool. What time is it?
Well, it's currently almost evening, in fact, because you've taken the rest of the day to get to rescue that farmer.
Yeah. Okay.
So by the time you finish the discussion with the mayor, it's almost evening. The sun's just about to set.
Okay. If that's the case, do you guys mind? I want to pay a bit of a visit to that jeweler Mira. We met her
Yeah.
the other day.
Yeah. I remember.
Uh,
Oh,
I'm just gonna follow you guys.
cool.
Yeah, go see Mira.
Rightio. So
He's
as you make your way down the street, you do it's pretty easy to find her stall. You've seen it before. As you approach, it looks like Mira is actually packing some of her items, or starting to pack some of her items away for the night.
That's okay. I'll go up and have a talk to her. Mira.
Yeah.
Hi,
Yeah.
Mira.
And as you approach, and as she sort of looks up and recognizes you, a smile, or what sort of passes as a smile for a half orc lady, graces her face.
Oh.
Hi. I've got something for you, and I actually wanted to have a bit of a talk to you first as well.
Well, yeah, if you want any goods, you'd better make it quick, because I am packing
I
up
don't want
for
to
the
buy
day.
anything right now.
Oh, all right then. So it's just a bit of a chat.
Yeah, I'll actually start helping her like pack some stuff away, so like she can continue working while I'm talking, and she's not like wasting her time.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I wanted to talk to you about something. And I needed a little quiet. It's nothing bad, but I just yeah, there's a bit of a concern going around.
Sure, I guess, yeah. And she sort of looks around, and there is a bit of a space just sort of behind her stall, where it's a bit it's secluded, and that's actually the area that she uses to securely store her wares while she's not in the store.
Yeah.
So
Have
it's
you
not a very big storeroom. It's maybe only 10 by 5 feet.
yeah. Have you ever heard of a fellow called Baron Lustran Zeth?
Oh yes, of course. He's one of the biggest textile merchants in town. Most of us here in the marketplace have heard of him, at least.
Hmm. Look, I need you to just keep this on the down low, but he's actually doing some pretty bad things to a lot of merchants. He's
Really?
yeah, we're pretty certain that he was the person who was behind the infestation at the warehouse belonging to the Rotten Goat.
Wow. I'd heard about that. I didn't actually realize that you guys were involved.
We were the ones that were actually hired to clear it out. It turns out there were some skeletons and some ghouls that needed eradicating.
Oh wow. I didn't realize. Well, um, good job for helping out Milo and Marin. They're one of the better taverns in town.
Oh, think nothing of it. We got paid for it, so we can't exactly say it was out of the goodness of our hearts after all. Um, but yeah, and I'm pretty sure he's also himself and some cohorts of his trying to very subtly bring down some of the other merchants, some of the other merchant guilds, and a lot of people are aware of it now, but it's not public knowledge yet. And I just wanted to make you aware of it to make sure that you're okay. And if anything happens, no matter how strange it might seem, that seems to be affecting your business, I want you to come straight to me. I'm either at the Rotten Goat or you can leave a message and I will be back in that afternoon.
Very well. I haven't noticed anything yet, but I'll definitely keep my eyes and ears out for you. Definitely.
Apparently, he's looking for some kind of artifact. We don't know what it is or where it even is or how close he is to getting it. But yeah, it's been said that when he gets this artifact, he'll more or less have control over this town.
Well, we can't have that, can we?
No. So
I'll definitely let you know if I hear of anything.
thank you. I appreciate that very much.
Right then. Well, is there anything else I can help you with?
Yeah,
before
actually,
I wrap everything up?
on a bit of a happier note, and I'll pull out that little that jasper that I've got that we got from the cave, the one that's it's a 50 gold piece jasper.
Yep.
And I'll say, I actually wanted to sell that to you. It's a nice stone. You can use it to help use it to make more jewelry.
Well, thank you very much. Hey, let me have a quick look here for you.
I hand it over.
Yeah, and she takes it. She sort of backs out of the storeroom for a little bit and holds it up to the light of the sunset and sort of appraises it for a few moments. And she says, "I've it's been quite some time since I've seen a jasper of this quality." And she sort of goes through, has a look through her purse. Will 55 gold pieces be enough for you?
I was actually going to ask for 25.
25. Of course. I mean, you're a friend and all, but 25. Are you sure? I could at least offer you 30.
Well, you've got the friends and family discount, and you remember I've also actually invested in your business. So this is to
Thank you.
I suppose if we were to talk as merchants, this is to improve ongoing business transactions and improve relations.
Of course. Thank you very much. Then she reaches into the pouch and pulls out 25 gold pieces for you and takes the jasper.
Brilliant.
Thank you very much, sir.
Not a problem at all.
Ma'am.
Whoopsie.
I've been letting it slide, but I really do appreciate that you corrected yourself.
You don't have a very girly voice, Alex. You need to work on that.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Daddy.
Did I see anyone listening into his conversation?
Make a perception check for me.
Go do that.
So
Go to general.
Well, the
Yep.
conversation about the Baron was
Yeah,
very
yeah.
quiet, but the conversation about the Jasper, I made it very loud. So if anyone was trying to eavesdrop, they would hear the loud interaction with the Jasper and
Not the other one.
probably realize it
Yeah.
was a business deal.
yeah.
I was just making sure no one was listening.
Yeah, cool. Did they show you how to make the checks and that?
Nope.
No, I
Alright,
didn't.
so in the general
Alex is
chat,
the one that knows everything.
Yeah.
what?
Alex is the one that knows everything.
Okay. Yeah, so I did send you the cheat sheet so you can look that up, but I because I was late, I didn't get to actually jump on with you and start showing you stuff. So basically, before you make any kind of command, we're in the general chat at the moment.
Yep.
So you can actually load up the general chat inside Discord, inside Tabletop Simulator, like through an overlay.
I don't even know how to do that.
Hang on. So that
I
I
should
don't
have,
even know how to do that.
if that
It's
pops
pain on the
up.
button.
It didn't pop up. I think I'd have to go through Steam and edit it.
Oh, okay, just
Yeah.
Alt Tab then. Alt Tab
Yeah.
into general. So
Yeah,
Alt
I'm
Tab,
in
go to
general.
Discord, wherever it bloody is. There it is. Yep. So you're in general. So what you need
Yeah.
to do is, if you're making any kind of ability check, it's just the word check, exclamation point, the word check, and whatever the skill is. So in this case, it's perception. So it'd be that, but with an exclamation point. Now, if ever you want to make that at, you got to
I've done the
select your character. So type in. Type in that with an exclamation point.
Noise. You have no characters apparently. I don't.
Did you add it?
Sweet.
Yeah.
Yeah, he went up
there.
up here and
No, you didn't add it. You just
scroll back a little bit.
did the link. So copy that link again.
Yep.
Right, and then type in exclamation beyond space. Paste that link and hit enter.
Exclamation point beyond space. That link. I thought that's. Oh, I didn't put exclamation point. That's why.
No. There you go.
There you go.
Now try your perception check.
$22.
Beautiful. There you go. So if ever as well you need that to be at advantage or disadvantage, just at the end of it. So let's just say it's perception again, just so I can make it for argument's sake. You'd either put ADV like that, or you just put DIS.
Heal.
Very, very simple. When we get into attacks and stuff like that, that'll be the same. So to make a saving throw, it's exactly the same way as you'd make your check. It's just save and then like dex or strength or whatever you want it to be.
Cool.
Also, after the exclamation point, whatever command that is, so check or save, that is case sensitive. It has to be lowercase.
Yeah. Cool.
Yep.
Yep.
Sweetness. All right,
cool. So as you're looking around, you notice quite a number of people sort of going about their business and packing up stalls and closing down stalls for the evening and stuff like that. But no one seems to sort of pique your interest as taking notice of that conversation. So there's no one around that that's been listening in.
So I'm all good.
All right then.
Okay. So, is that all you want? Is that all the dealings you want to have with Mira at the moment?
Yes.
Excellent. Are you going to pursue any further investigation or turn in for the night?
If you guys are okay with doing a little bit more, we can. But I do actually want to first go to the Rotten Goat and have a talk with Mervyn.
Milo.
Isn't it Mervyn?
I'll
the barmaid's Mervyn, isn't it?
No.
No, I must have.
Marin.
Oh,
Marin. How dare you slept with her?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just spelled it wrong.
name.
Calm your shit.
What was that?
For some reason, there's a V there, and I don't know why.
You're a weirdo.
So Milo's the proprietor, isn't he?
Yeah.
Sorry?
Milo's the proprietor.
Both of them are, in fact.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Whenever you go to the Rotten Goat, you see both of them behind the bar, and that's it. Like you always see both of them behind the bar.
Yep. Cool. All right, I fixed that now. So yeah, Marin. Cool. Then yeah, in that case, I want to go and see the both of them.
Yep. Okay. So a few minutes of walking down the streets and everything, you manage to find yourselves at the Rotten Goat Tavern.
I just want to, guys, I want to go and talk to Marin and Milo. about what we've spoken with from the mayor, and I want to let them know of the situation and see if there's anyone that they know that might be able to help us as well. Being tavern owners, they would know a lot more people in this town than we would.
Yeah,
Yeah.
okay.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright.
Yep.
Then yeah. So I'll walk in and I'll head up to the bar, and I'll head. It doesn't matter which one, just whichever's closest. I'll head in front of either Milo or Marin.
Yep. So Marin's actually out the back in the storeroom at the moment as you walk in, but Milo's cleaning glasses at the bar.
In that case, I'll go up to him, and I'll lean forwards and I'll pull out one of the. I'm pretty sure I've got paper. Just give me a sec. Quickly check. Yeah, I've got paper and ink. So I'll
Yep.
actually I'll like pull out a very small amount and I'll write on it can we talk in private? Something about new information about the warehouse. And I'll like subtly slip that piece of paper in front and I'll say, "Oh, I'll have an ale for all of us, please."
Is Ulrich still with us?
No, he's
Aw.
gone back to the Water Watch barracks.
Oh.
You can go see him if you want.
Yeah, you can if you want. You can go and visit.
I was gonna say this next few hours are probably gonna be either charisma based or dexterity based.
I was just hoping to bring him back here and have dinner.
Yeah.
That's pretty much all I was hoping to do. And I was going to ask him, but we ended up doing some other
I
stuff.
was gonna say go have a chat with him. I haven't got any spells that I can communicate that far away.
So good.
I can throw a rock and hope it hits him.
Dick.
guided rock.
Just spell sniper guiding bolt.
Yeah.
That'll get the fucker.
One way or another.
the guided rock of head hitting.
Forged in the fiery pits of Barrock. Yeah, anyway, sorry, yeah. So I want to like slip that ahead while I'm talking, and I'm like, I've just sort of written it down like real casual, like, and I'm like stretched as if I've had a pretty big, busy day. You know, I want to look very inconspicuous.
Yep.
And I'll slide over the piece of paper and I'll go, "Oh, can I have an ale for the four of us, please, Milo?"
4 of you now, hey? 4
Yeah.
of you.
Got a new,
You
new,
picked up another friend, I see.
3.5.
new addition. This is
Very well.
Sualk Atnas. I like calling him Sue because it's easy.
Very well, Sue. Excellent. Ale for all 4 of you, then it is. And he looks down at the note and does an almost imperceptible nod.
Fantastic.
Um,
I'll put a gold piece on the counter and I'll say that'll pay for all of us. And I'll
Yep.
Oh, is Marin here as well?
Yeah. As Milo pours the ales, Marin walks back in carrying a barrel and sort of putting it off to the side where they can tap it.
I do a smile to like make up appearances, but I also look very serious.
Smiling seriousness.
No.
Excellent.
I've done the smile, like the quick like g'day smile. You know, if you pass someone in the street, you give them a bit of a smile. Yeah, I've done that,
Yep.
and then I've gone back to like fairly serious.
Yep.
So she can tell the difference.
Yeah, basically.
Okay. Very well.
So, oh,
She nods.
did you
She nods in your direction.
Yeah, and I'll say to Milo, I say, oh, before I forget, did you want me to quickly show you that that new spice that I had for the new rums?
Of course. Yes. You'd best come back here then.
Not a problem. All right, guys. I tell you what,
And
one of
he
you guys can have my
disappears into
ale.
the storeroom.
I'll come back and grab another one later.
Yep.
Grab it down.
So Milo heads off into the storeroom behind the bar, and Marin sort of lifts the section of bar up that allows you to come in behind the bar and follow Milo.
Thank you. Yeah, I'll follow.
And she nods again. So
I eat the
The,
paper, by the way.
hey,
I eat the paper, by the way.
okay, cool.
Very
It's
casual.
tasty.
Quickest and easiest way to get rid of the evidence.
Yeah.
Eldritch Blast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, actually, if anything, it'd probably just like disintegrate it, or it might. No, it wouldn't disintegrate it. It it might disintegrate it, but it'd probably just push it out of the distance because it is force damage.
Yeah.
Mm.
Localized Eldritch Blast.
Oh, we were I was playing in Zach's campaign, so Michaela's brothers, and we worked out an artifact for my wizard character, and one of the abilities for it was it was the chemist's chemist's acolyte or something, and it's basically
Yeah.
it's just whenever you cast a spell that deals damage, you can choose the type of damage,
Wow.
and it was like everything but psychic and I think poison.
Okay.
So it was basically like you can turn any spell into a chromatic orb.
Cool.
Yeah, it was super fucking handy, eh? It's the best fucking item.
Yeah. Nice.
Anyway, sorry. So I'll go out the back with Milo.
So as you walk through the swinging door out behind the bar, you see Milo's already sitting on top of a rather large barrel that's on its side, and he's got his arms crossed and his legs sort of hanging over the side of the front side of the barrel.
Yep.
And he says in a rather low voice, "What's this all about then?"
All right. So myself, Oriel, and Sauce have actually been hired by the mayor to investigate someone. You probably are aware of him, the textile baron, Lustrin Zeth.
Aye.
Right. Apparently, according to the mayor, he has been very subtly attempting corporate espionage. And he has been making a lot of other businesses become disreputable, and they're causing them great ill. And I've actually also been told by the mayor himself that the cause of your ghoul and skeleton infestation in the warehouse was of his doing. Perhaps not his hand directly, but nonetheless by his word.
That would explain some things then, I guess.
Hmm.
Yes.
Apparently, he's been trying to get his hands on some form of artifact, and if he gets his hand on this artifact, he'll essentially control the entirety of Stilben. So we've been hired to stop him from getting that. Now, I've spoken to exactly one other person about this. The jeweler Mira. I've become friends with her, so she actually knows about this. I've told her to keep her head down, but nonetheless, we're friends, so I was speaking to her about it. Also, I'd like to, at the very least, think that we have a pretty decent relationship, business or otherwise. So I wanted to come and speak to you about the situation, and I wanted to let you know that we are going to continue investigating. But I also wanted to recommend there was something that we wanted to attempt. It's essentially fighting a war on two fronts. So, if to speak to you, and obviously you'll tell Marin about this, so I won't have to.
Hey.
You can perhaps use any contacts that you have to find out information, or to perhaps start slowly letting some of the other merchants that you trust know about what's happening, and perhaps that we can take him down from within and without.
Jolly good, yes. It's a bit of a sad business when one such as Lustrin decides to get such visions of grandeur, I guess. But
What do you actually know about him? I've got very little information on him. What was he like? Did he suddenly change one day, or has this been something that you could see coming?
well, I don't know him. I don't know him very well personally, but I do know some others that have quite some decent business dealings with Lustran himself.
Do you think you'd be able to look into that a little?
I could at least try, sir. I could at least try, ma'am. Yes.
Oh, thanks, man.
Almost.
Almost. You got halfway through the word. That'd be a big help. If you can help
See
us
what
in
I
on
can
this
find
little.
out for you.
Yeah, thanks. But nonetheless, I wanted to tell you as well. So if anything else happens with your business, that might seem suspicious, similar to the warehouse, let me know and we'll try and do our own form of investigation. I don't know how long this will take, but I'm truly hoping that we can solve this problem as quickly as possible.
Aye, sounds like a good idea. I'll keep my eyes and ears out for you.
Just in case we need to talk again, if I come to the bar and order a rum, that'll be my signal for we need to talk. And if I come to the bar and you need to talk to me, ask if I'd like my usual rum or something to do with rum. That'll be our code. Let Mayor know the same, and I'll let the rest of the guys know.
Righto then.
All right. And I'll start talking a little louder now, and I'll say, so yeah, that's actually a really nice spice that you can add to it, and it does actually help. I don't know why, but it works. And I'll start looking like I'm about to walk out and dusting off my hands, sort of thing.
Yep. Excellent. So Milo stays in the storeroom for a couple of moments extra than what you do, and then he walks out and starts helping Marin tap the new keg and start serving other patrons that have come to the bar.
Yeah. Well, when everyone's finished, I suppose you guys had a bit of time to talk. Do you guys want to? Well, it's only two of you at the moment, but do you want to say anything?
I got drunk.
You got drunk off one ale
already.
Two.
I
Yeah, you
stole
had
yours.
yours.
I don't know. Your constitution's 12. That's not bad.
There's not much of him though.
I don't
Yeah.
drink much.
But to be fair,
and the ale,
to be
and the ale
100%
does come
completely
in
fair,
pints.
I have actually met people who are extraordinarily tiny that can really handle their alcohol.
Yeah.
I'm not one of them.
You're not one of them. Right, fair enough. All right. Okay, so anyways, if you guys are sort of ready to go, do you want to maybe head to the Baron's location or at least where his residence is, and we can maybe start looking into some things?
Sounds good.
All right. I would like to run up to my room and use my disguise kit. Oh, pardon me. Excuse me, please. And I want to make myself look fairly dirty. And I'm also going to use prestidigitation to change my clothes into the very dirty sort of workers' clothes. Specifically, I want to look like a worker, like carpenter, whatever it should be. If I can find sawdust, I'll put some sawdust on me. I want to put some fake hair and stuff around my face, make it look like I've got some stubble. And I want to put some bandages around my chest so it doesn't look like I have boobs.
Yep.
Yeah. So I can't do much about my height. I'll tie my hair off in a lengthy sort of ponytail. I'll use my prestidigitation to make it fairly dirty so it looks like dark brown to black even.
Yep.
And I'm also going to use disguise self to change my voice to be a very deep man's voice.
Yep.
And I'm just gonna because apparently, wait, what? Stop sending photos in the middle of D&D, woman.
Why?
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, so I want to make it so that I've got a really deep sort of manly voice.
Yep.
And because it's a free cast, because it's an Eldritch invocation, or evocation, sorry, so it's at will. I'm just going to keep maintaining it.
Yep. Okay.
And all it really is a change in my voice. So there's actually no physical difference. So if people look at me, they can't actually see through any illusion because there's no visible illusion.
Yeah, you've just worn clothes differently.
Yeah, hence the nature of the disguise kit.
Yep.
I'll also bring in Oriel and Sauce and Sue, and I'll do pretty much the same thing to all of them, except I feel that Oriel's voice can't be changed by my means, so I'm just going to have to leave it there. And I'm like, if you'd like, we can punch you in the throat and make it a little bit deeper.
I love it. I don't want to get punched in the throat though.
Yeah, I just want everyone to look a little bit dirtier, as if we're workers.
Yep.
Dirtier than what I already am.
Mm.
Yeah, I was gonna say you're
Also,
in a
guys,
little-
I understand for Oriel it might be a little bit difficult, but everyone else should try and hide their weapons a little bit.
I'm going to leave my shield and
I wouldn't worry about it. If you've got your sword, they'll notice it. Just bring your shield.
No,
We'll just
really
pretend
haven't
that
even
you're
thought
our
about it.
bodyguard.
I can do that. I'll pretend that I'm the royal guard.
No,
Do I?
you
do I
don't
have a
talk. You don't
No,
get
what?
to talk. You're our bodyguard.
Yeah.
Well,
Hey,
Sauce
I
has
just
got an
asked them,
axe, so if we
where
go
do
in
I
as
live?
like I said, carpenters or woodcutters, we can quite easily pass that off as just a woodcutting axe.
Do I take my armor off then?
No, leave it on. You're a bodyguard, woman.
Yeah, no. Stop talking.
Fucking what?
No. You're just confusing me.
and this, ladies and gentlemen, is why we still haven't reached the map yet.
Yeah.
Not my fault.
Do I live anywhere?
You don't have a house.
I know.
Yeah,
But I'm not going to leave my weapons in a random room.
No, just carry them on you. You're a rogue. Your weapons are meant to be carried on you.
Yeah.
I was going to say, I'm not leaving my bow in your room. I barely know you.
You can leave.
That's
You can
okay,
bring
we
your
can-
bow. If anything, you can just say that you help with hunting. We
Yeah.
normally have a tendency to have to go out into the woods, and your bow helps us with hunting.
Yes.
because you
It's
guys
alright.
are broke as fuck.
Let the charisma character do the talking. With the plus
Excellent.
6 to deception.
Mine? Mine as well? No.
Yeah, me too, right?
Yeah. So once we're all sort of kitted up and like dressed up as best as we can, we'll head towards the residence.
Yep. Okay. So by the time you guys have talked to Milo and got yourselves all worked up, all kitted up,
Yep.
the sun has just set below the horizon. It's still light enough to travel by, but it won't be for very long.
That's all right. I can see in the dark.
Yes. Your paladin can't though.
Well, we're not trying. We're not trying to be, invisible yet, so we can light a
Yeah.
torch. We're only
Yeah.
traveling there for now. We can light torches.
Yep.
Oh.
I've got a
Okay.
helmet on, by the way, so people can't see my face.
Fair enough.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
just trying to hide a little bit more.
Okay. So as the sun's setting and the light is starting to fade, you reach the outside gate of what looks to be a very well, as far as houses go, it's actually more luxurious than the mayor's office that you've just been in earlier on in the day.
Oh yeah, this is definitely a textile baron's house.
Yeah, there's like marble pillars all over the place and neatly manicured lawns, which is something to say for Stillben. You know, there's rather high gates all around the place.
Yep.
And there's two rather sturdy looking guards on the gate itself leading into the property.
So I don't actually want to go to the main gate. I want to go to probably the back one where like the backyard of the manor would be.
Yep. Okay.
It doesn't matter how many guards are there, but that's just it's part of what I'm trying to do.
Yep.
Like the help, quote unquote, would not be going through the main gate. They'd always be going through the back.
Yeah.
So yeah, I want to try and get through the back.
Yep. Very well.
Yes.
Okay. So as you make your way around the place, sort of skirting the fence by a distance, you find your way around to the back gate of the property, which leads into another alleyway that actually goes towards the marketplace itself.
Okay. Is this gate actually open with the guards there, or is the gate closed with the guards there?
Being nighttime, the gate is actually closed.
Yeah, that's okay.
And there's still two guards on the back gate.
Alright. Put on my deep voice, and I'll sort of stretch my back a little bit and like look like I'm a bit sore. And I'll start heading up towards them. Hello. Sorry we're late. It's very, very busy day. We can come to work now. We won't be too long. We will do quote today and come in for work another time.
The guards lower their great swords across the gate and bar your way. What work are you up to, hey?
We're here to put in the quote for the gazebo. We are the woodworkers. Well, three of us are. That one is bodyguard and meat shield.
The second guard sort of you see almost a half smile across his face before it vanishes again, and the guards say, "It's dark. We aren't allowing anyone in after sunset. Not even workers that are supposed to be putting up a gazebo."
Look, if we do not get in today, we cannot be in for another 2 days. If we cannot do quote today, then we have to actually postpone the construction by another full week.
The master of the house has not told us about any construction going ahead.
Typical, of course. There is never any communication between companies. I'm fucking over it. This happens every time I try to go somewhere. Look, we just want to get job done, okay? We do not want to have to wait 1, 2, 3 weeks for Master Zeth to get his gazebo. We are already under enough stress.
The guard turns to the second guard and sort of whispers a few things.
Can I hear what they're saying?
No.
Okay.
And then the second guard unlatches the gate and hurries through on his way to the mansion. He locks the gate behind himself again.
I use prestidigitation to create a pocket watch in my pocket without them seeing it, and I pull it out and I'm like, we are got 2 more orders after this. We will be here till midnight.
Well, then you'll be here till midnight. The master of the house isn't letting anyone in after dark.
We were told he wasn't even going to be in today. We were just going to go in, do quote, come out.
You were told, eh? Who told you he wasn't here?
The boss.
How would he know?
How do I... You don't understand the plight of the working man, do you? We don't get told shit. We get told, do fucking job. Go to Baron's house. Do fucking job. That's all I hear.
Well, I'm sorry, but my orders here say no one comes in after dark.
Oh, fine.
Working man, see? I get the orders as well.
Alright, fine. And I'll pull out my little notepad and I'll go, what is your name so I can write on the reason?
Guard.
No. What is your name? Guard.
Guard.
Guard. Very good. Gard. Dick. Got it.
Nice.
Very good. What does he look like? I want to basically get his entire fucking description and like write it all down.
Yep. He's about 6'6". Very broad across the shoulders. He's carrying a great axe. His armor is actually a little bit on the more polished side. Like
Similar to mine.
he looks like he would looks like he's well protected, but hasn't been in a war lately, in a sense,
Yeah.
And the other guard is a little bit shorter and not quite as stocky, but essentially wearing the same armor.
Okay, so while I'm writing this down, I'm pretty sure. Yeah. So behind my back, and I'll sound like I'm muttering something in a different language, but I'm actually casting the spell Prestidigitation. Basically, on my back there is a message. It's not like glowing, but it's there so that the people behind me can see, and it says, "Sue, while they're distracted, climb the wall somewhere and investigate." Jack. Oh, what the fuck? Yeah.
It's a pretty well maintained fence.
All right, we're back.
And there's not any holes in it. Oh, hello there.
Sorry. Yeah, I'm just gonna have to rejoin you.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I was like gonna write the message. Like, just sort of storm off as if you're pissed off and you look like you're going away, and then just find somewhere to climb the fence or something.
How wide are the fence palings?
There are it's like a stone base to the fence that goes up about as high as your hips, and then it's bars that are probably about 5 centimeters apart all the way along, and they go up at least 8 feet with spikes on the top.
Okay. 5 feet apart. It's pretty far.
No, 5 centimeters apart.
Oh, okay.
That's not far.
Yeah.
I get that now. Cool.
And
But,
it's,
yeah, so well, I
it's
look
pretty,
at the message.
it's pretty
that-
thick steel, like pretty thick iron bars.
So I see the message that Vale said, and I just storm off, not
Yep.
saying a word, being really quiet and just walking away, opposite
Yep.
direction.
Oh, you're fine. Look, Now we're even losing people. Fuck me. This day just cannot get worse. Anyways, okay. Guard. Can you please quickly sign here, and I'll like show him the thing with his description with the word "dick" circled twice, and the reason is refused to let myself and the other workers onto the premises, and I like hand him the pen and the paper.
Yep. And he puts an X in the spot where you wanted him to sign.
Very good. Okay. Bye. And
Good
we'll
boy,
like.
then.
Oh, also, before I forget, and I like quickly write up a receipt check thing, and I write late fees on it, and I put 200 gold piece late fee, and I rip it off and I hand it to him. Can you give this to master of house, please?
Sure.
Thank you. I also write reason for lateness. Guard won't let us in. So, yeah.
Yep.
Yes. Give that to him and say that now because we were refused entrance, we have to pay a $200, 200 gold late fee, and we will be keeping his deposit.
Just as you do that, the second guard actually comes back out through the gate and relocks it again. The first guard sort of bends down to sort of listen to what he's saying.
We've started walking off.
And then just stands up again. Yeah. He doesn't call you back.
That's okay.
Okay. So Sue Elk, are you going to try and climb the fence?
I'll look around for a spot where no one can see us at all.
Yep. Okay.
And then click my boots and fly over the fence.
Rightio. Okay, so there's I want you first to make a stealth check.
Yep.
Just to make sure that no one's watching you.
Fuck, 9. Oh, wait a minute. No, wait, sorry, that's a natural 1.
Yeah, it's
Yes.
still kind of 9 though.
Yeah. As you click your feet together and start to fly over, you hear some yelling from inside the fence, and another guard.
Sorry.
Another guard comes rushing
Oh
towards the
no!
fence.
You're a Lightfoot halfling. You have lucky. Roll that again.
Yeah, I can roll it again.
You re-roll all natural ones.
Once a day, isn't it?
Yeah.
Oh, no. No, yeah.
No,
Whenever.
you re-roll natural ones. You just have to take the second roll. But
that's right.
anything's better than 1. So yeah, just roll it again.
Was it check? Dex? No, check stealth. Oh, I think.
Oh
21.
yeah.
Oh, that's better.
Okay. In that case, you manage to get over the fence without being seen, and you find a bush to hide in over the other side.
Awesome.
How are you going to progress?
I can't see the rest of the party walk past me or anything.
No, they've just sort of gone head back around, I guess.
Right, I can't
Because
see.
you walked away before they did,
Yeah.
and you found a spot to fly over the fence. So you've disappeared before they've walked past where you started from.
Yeah. No, right. So I can't see. What can I see on this side of the fence?
Okay, there's you've managed to hide yourself in a group of bushes, but you can quite easily see, even though it's sort of darkening, you can see the mansion itself. There's quite a few candles and lanterns and stuff on the inside of the house. So you can see the house. It's probably about 80 feet away from where you are currently. However, there are guards in similar armour to what the guards at the gate were, walking around on regular patrols.
So 80 foot from the fences in the main castle, and then there's
Yeah,
regular patrols of
it's
guards.
not really a castle. It's just a very mansion like house. It's like very posh stonework.
Very rich looking.
Yeah, very rich looking. And there's columns everywhere and sort of stained glass windows and all of that sort of stuff.
Cool. Can I? Is there a spot where I can fly over the fence without the guards seeing me to get back over to meet up with them?
Yeah. Well, none of the guards have noticed you fly over, and you know that there aren't any guards along the fence line from when you first looked. So you can actually fly back over the fence if you want to.
Yeah, I'd like to do that and meet back up with the crew.
Yep. Okay. Cool. So you fly back over the fence and run up to catch up with the rest of the crew.
Yeah. So I run up, out of breath because I'm fucking halfling, and I tap them on the shoulder, the thigh.
Yeah.
Oh, you got in and out already?
Yes.
What'd you find out?
Very good at what I do. Let's get to a better place where a bit more privacy.
Okay.
Yes.
Guess we'll head back to the Rotten Goat.
Yes. So
I'm pretty
we'll
sure
go
I've
back.
still got. Have I got 1 or 2 more days paid for my room? I think it's still 2 nights. So
I think so.
tomorrow and the day after, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. We can go into my room. It's probably the biggest in the tavern.
As we're going in, I guess.
Yep.
I don't know. You just take it to your room because I don't know what ears have got in that tavern yet.
Yeah,
Cool.
I'll unlock the door and let everyone in, and then lock it again.
Yep.
And
Rightio. So you guys have made your way back to the Rotten Goat Tavern, and everyone's gone up to the room that Vale is using.
Yep. I'll also I want to keep an eye out. Are there candles on the outside of my door?
Yeah, sure.
I want to put those candles basically opposite my door, so that way if someone actually stands in front of the door, I can see their shadows underneath the door.
Yep, cool.
Cool. So I say quietly, and then I tell them what I saw over the wall, how there's guards patrolling and what kind of shit there is.
Yeah, so there's guards everywhere, like on regular patrols, and the mansion is still really well lit from the inside. So there is someone home. You don't know if it's Lustran though. You couldn't see Lustran at all.
Mm.
Oh,
How do you
so
think
that
we
was a
should
bit of
proceed?
a failure.
We went to do a scoping mission. We kind of got to look at what they do.
Yeah, but I think we kind of need to get in, or maybe at least find out where he might have some other area.
Would I know Lustran, or would he know about me? As I'm part of a high class family, I guess.
Yeah, you would have heard of him.
Yeah.
But your family doesn't actually specifically know him. Like you'd know that he's a rich, he's in the nobility.
Yeah.
But you haven't had anything specifically to do with him, though.
Yeah, okay. I know that wouldn't be something that other people would have liked, but if like he knew of the family, I could have tried to introduce myself and say that I was, I don't know, on behalf of the family. I wanted to.
Also,
Oh,
as soon as
the-
I get back in, I'm like cleaned myself up. I look
Yep.
real nice again. I'm not wearing any makeup, but I still look pretty damn good.
Yeah.
I look at myself and I say, I like dirt.
I don't need a bath. I already had a bath last year.
Yeah.
Do you want me to just clean you? I can do it for
Mm.
free.
He says clean, and then I shudder. No.
Okay. Then I'll at least change his smell so he doesn't smell too bad. Alright.
Okay, so are you guys turning in for the night, or are you going to go down and have a drink?
I'll go down and
Oh.
eat and have a drink for sure.
I'll go down and have a drink, and I'll pass out on the table, and that's where I'll sleep tonight.
Yep. Cool.
Fair enough. Yeah, I'll have a drink as well.
Rightio. So you guys go down. Milo and Marin serve you some drinks and some decent food for the night and everything like that.
Have you got change for a gold piece?
I tell you what, Milo says, give me the gold piece and I'll make sure you get some good meals for the rest of the couple of days that you're here for, hey?
Well, I'll certainly take that offer. Thank you very much. And I'll hand him the gold piece.
Excellent. He pockets that and goes back to his duties.
While I'm on there and like I'm sitting at the counter, I suppose like I'm having a few drinks. I'm not getting drunk, but I'm just sipping. Excuse me. And I'm gonna pull out my book and I'm gonna start sort of like going through it and just studying and writing some notes and stuff like that in there.
Yep.
So my book's sort of gonna be it's basically gonna be my like notebook and my tome.
Yep.
So
Cool. Jolly good show.
yeah.
Oriel hasn't had a lot of alcohol before, so she's just kind of having whatever new guy's having. Not as much, but we're gonna see how that goes.
It comes in pints.
We're gonna see how that goes.
I'm just using my alchemy jug to make wine, so I'm just drinking sort of lightly.
Okay. Cool. Rightio. So nothing else eventful happens for the rest of the night. You finish your meals and you're drinking, and it's not incredibly late, but late enough to turn in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll just
So
turn in.
the next morning when you come down into the
Oh shit! Hang on,
into
just
the,
so everyone can do this, especially for those who don't know. So you still got to do your command, but you put a G after the command, and LR is for long rest. So it'll look like
Yep.
that. So
Yep.
everyone can put that in now.
Yep.
Yeah.
With the exclamation mark in front of it.
Yeah, always remember that.
Always, yeah.
Cool.
Nothing exciting.
Yeah.
Well, most of us didn't really have anything we needed to use. I had a spell slot, so I just used that. Got that
Yeah.
back.
I'll put mine in a second.
I'll have spell slot soon.
Yeah, we want to make sure Oriel has all of her hit points.
She gonna need them.
Also, really want me to have all of my hit points.
Yeah.
I've only got 4 hit points less than you. No, I don't. I've got 1 hit point less than you. That's hilarious.
That's crazy.
Sauce has got most, hasn't he?
Hey.
Hasn't Sauce got the most?
Yes.
Yeah.
37.
Yeah, as the barbarian, he'll probably have the most hit points out of literally everybody.
You
It's very
should.
rare that the barbarian doesn't,
Yeah.
because they're not only are they have the highest hit dice at a D12, but their Constitution modifier also aids with their AC, so they tend to want to buff that as much as they can to soak in more damage and more health.
Yeah.
So it's like it is not uncommon for like a level 10 even to 20. Like I've seen like 300 hit points on a barbarian before. Like it's not uncommon to get very, very high in hit points.
Crazy.
Yeah. He had +7 because at level 20 it's a 5 +5 to his modifier, so 20, and then your level 20 bonus is an increase of 4 to strength and constitution, so that's an immediate +7. So that's already 140 extra hit points. And then he also had the tough feat, which gave him like an extra 60 something hit points.
Yep.
Which is, as without even rolling, as a bonus, is 200 hit points.
Wow.
So yeah, he had a fucking lot of hit points.
Yeah.
Anyways, so I'm just gonna start doing all that sort of shit.
Yeah. Okay. So as you come down for breakfast in the morning, Milo gets your attention, and you walk over to the bar, and he says, "Would you mind having some rum with your breakfast this lovely morning?"
Yeah, I would. Do you need some more spice?
Oh, if you got some of it, yeah.
Yeah, I do actually. Yeah, sure. I'll just go give me some, and I'll like get up and start getting ready to walk around to the back.
Yep. Marin lifts the section of the bar over again for you to move through, and Milo, when you get in through the back door, Milo's in his same spot with the leg over the front of the
Yep.
barrel, and he says in his low voice, "You wouldn't believe what you hear some people saying around these parts sometimes."
Is that so?
Yeah. Since I was listening about the dealings of Lustran, I heard a couple of the patrons last night after you guys had retired. They was talking about the fact that they'd seen someone who was a notable textile baron in the place exiting the town, going to the north somewhere. That's about all I heard. But if you look around the marketplace, you might find someone that would know where he might have disappeared to. But we know that he's not in town.
Do you know where I could start looking?
Well, maybe if you keep your ears out around some of the material places in the marketplace, they might have some more information.
Thank you. I think I'll do that.
Right then, that's about all I heard, unfortunately.
That's
I'll
alright.
keep my
We
ears out for you, though.
ran into a bit of a trouble at his residence. We couldn't get in, and it was very, very, very heavily guarded. Perhaps now that he's gone, it'll be a little less heavily guarded, so we might even try again tonight.
Well, that could be right. A lot of guards around the place, though, make sure of things at night. There might even be less guards in the day. You never know. You never know.
Maybe.
Keep an eye out anyway.
To be truthful, yeah. Do you know where they get their food supplies from? Food and drink.
Couldn't say I do. I know we don't supply them.
Okay. Thanks, Milo. You've been a really big help.
Not a problem at all.
All right. And is there anything else you need, or I suppose I'll go have that rum with my breakfast?
Yeah, definitely, mate. Definitely.
All right. And I'll head out.
Yep.
And I'll get my breakfast, and I'll have my drink with everyone. And when we're all like sitting down on the table, I'll open my book and I'll use my prestidigitation to like write that in a message. That he's probably headed north, so we can check out the place again today. And it might even pay us to try and find out where he's going and let him. We need to head to the marketplace, and perhaps some material stores might actually know where he might be headed. So I'm going to go and talk to Mira again and see if she knows anybody like could fit that description.
Yep.
I'll wake up.
Jolly good. Just give me a few moments. I've got to go and get myself a drink. I'll be right back.
If you're going to do that, I'm going to quickly run to the toilet.
Okay.
Easy.
10-minute break, everybody.
5 minute break. 5 minutes.
Chop chop. I'm trying to design a helmet for Ariel now.
Oh, yeah.
I've decided, because I looked through Pinterest a bit and found some really cool ones.
Yeah.
I've decided she's going to have one combat helmet and one hold on, one aesthetically pleasing helmet for gatherings and occasions and such.
Yeah.
So at the moment I'm just doing the combat helmet, as that will be what she wears while we're sneaking around. Armor's difficult to draw.
Very.
If you have a look in the characters one again, you scroll up a little bit, there is a picture of Oriel in her armor. I commissioned another artist to do it just because I came across them, and they made her armor look really, really nice.
Yeah. The sword looks good too.
Yeah. I'm trying to kind of match that style.
Boobies!
Yeah. On the one below it. Yeah. It's the one that I did.
I just realised, is me and Sauce the only males, or is Sauce a woman?
No, Sauce is a male.
Cool.
Yeah, I think you guys are the only males.
Well, it doesn't even say, it's just a cobalt. So,
Yeah. No,
new
he's a
idea.
male.
Okay, I'm back.
Hello.
Hello. I think Alex is still going to the toilet. Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
Would it be okay if Ariel had two different helmets?
Yeah, eventually, why not?
Keeps
I
one in
thought-
her butt.
She kind of leaves one with the rest of her stuff if she's not using it. Otherwise, she'll leave both of them there.
Yeah.
I'm designing a kind of combat fully faced helmet that she'll be wearing as we're sneaking around, so people can't see who she is.
Yep.
But she does still look like part of the royal guard, I guess, because of the rest of her aesthetic.
Yep.
So I'm trying to make one that's fully faced and one that's not fully faced, so you can see her face.
Yep.
But it's for more events and such.
Yep.
So
Cool.
it's a lot nicer looking.
Yep.
Hey, Matt.
Sounds good.
Hey, Matt, as a part of the class, would I know anyone that would know about Lustrum? Or not really?
That's a good question. Let me have a look.
Yeah, I was just thinking, like, I could go and talk to someone in the morning, see if I can find out any more information.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you would be able to find out. Well, you have contacts within the class,
Yeah.
so you might be able to go and see if you can find any fences or anything like that. In the clasp organisation that would have heard about where Lustrum might have gone or what he's up to, because there might be some members of the clasp that would have some more ideas.
Could I have gone and done that last night, like so that we're all together in the morning? Because
Yep.
I'm guessing that the class usually works at night since we're all, secret.
Smugglers and
Sketchy
stuff.
dudes.
Pardon, sorry?
Smugglers and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So,
sweet.
so as everyone went to bed last night, I would have went out and talked to my contacts to find out
Yep.
a bit more information if that's possible.
Alright,
Cool.
I'm back.
Hello.
Cool. Yeah. So what is it that I could find out?
Well, you are able to find out that that Lustron has somehow. One of the cool things that you're aware of actually is that Lustron isn't just a textile baron. Lustron is actually the head honcho for a group called the Myriad. And the Myriad are essentially like the Clasp, but from Wildermount.
Oh,
And
nice.
and they are trying to muscle in on the crime syndicates and everything like that over in Tal'Dorei. So Lustron is in fact one of those agents, and he's running the Myriad operations from Stillbend. From Stillbend. The
Cool.
Clasp know that the Myriad are around and they don't like it. So they keep a pretty close watch on Lustron. They know that he's looking for an artifact. They know they've only just heard last night as well that he's exited town. The Clasp believe that he's actually found the artifact that he's looking for, or found where it is, and that's where he's gone to.
Do they know whereabouts in like what direction he's gone?
They know. Hang on just a moment. I've got to find the name of the place.
All good. Oh, you're there, Alex?
Yeah.
Just letting you know, because I'll be relaying this back when you guys are on the middle. When you guys went to bed last night, I went out to the Clasp and asked my contacts about Lustron.
Fuck yeah, sick, bro.
Yeah. And now I'm back. I got back before you guys woke up, and then you woke me up on the table.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, not just sick brew, fully sick brew.
Oh, yeah, bro.
Fully sick.
Using those
sick brew.
contacts.
Oh, also, I got my Xanathar's Guide to Everything.
Yeah?
Yeah.
There's some good stuff in there, eh?
Oh, yeah.
D&D shelf, by the way, because I've got all my board games and the one next to it.
Rightio. Lustron, you know that Lustron has gone north. Some of the sources that the Clasp have been trying to question say that he's going to the summit peaks, and some say they heard mention of Zephyr. So it's either Zephyr or the summit peaks, which you know is probably about a day's travel to the north of Stilben.
Cool. So I'll relay that to everyone in the morning.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So essentially, they're pretty sure that he's found where the artifact that he wants is, and he's traveling to try and get it. And he's probably gone. He's either gone to Zephyr or the summit peaks
And
in order to try and find this artifact.
They're pretty close together, eh? They're not like hours apart.
Zephyr is a town in the summit peaks.
Okay.
It's actually where the Air Ashari work from. It's the Air Ashari settlement, and they're the guys that look after the rift that travels to the plane of air. elemental plane of air.
I do like
That
that.
intrigues me a little.
Yeah.
Yes.
Not just a halfling after all.
Hmm.
I mean, you still are.
Halfling with skills.
Yeah, knowledge.
Yeah.
Dirt.
Small world after all.
The more dirt I have on me, the smarter I am.
Yeah. Okay. I've probably got about 45 minutes before I need to think about heading to bed, guys,
Oh,
unfortunately.
shit. Yeah,
Yep.
okay.
I know.
I didn't realize what time it was.
But we'll see if we can at least get to this map.
Okay.
Yeah. Right. So, so you guys find that out, and you know now that Lustran is out of town and that he went north towards the Summit Peaks or Zephyr, one of the two. You might be able to get some more information by hanging around the textile sort of marketplace for a little bit.
Righto.
What do you guys think you should do? We should do, sorry.
We got 2 locations. We'll probably try and narrow it down.
They're in the same location, aren't they?
Yeah, or Zephyr is in the Summit Peaks,
Yeah.
but Summit Peaks is a pretty big area.
Okay. So I guess we head to the Summit Peaks.
I wouldn't mind getting a map first.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea, actually.
Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
There is a cartographer in the marketplace.
Yeah, we'll probably head there. Grab a what's the name? Thingo.
Grab a thing.
Yeah, map. That's the word.
A map of
With the
Summit
stuff?
Peaks.
Yeah, map with some stuff.
Ink and parchment
That's it.
with some drawing on it.
Yeah, we'll try and find the
The cartographer.
cartographer. Yep.
Rightio. Just a moment.
You're right, mate.
I need to consult my notes.
I thought you were going to consult your dog.
Well, I got to consult her too, but
Yeah.
she's not very responsive.
Dang it.
Okay. Okay, so you managed to find the cartographer's shop in the marketplace, and you walk up to the counter. There's essentially on the shelves all around this shop. There's various tomes, scrolls, lots of different types and colours of inks, and various different types of pens and quills and all sorts of things like that. Everything that you could ever need for writing maps, or
If that's the case, while I'm here, can I maybe look for either in its entirety or in enough pieces that I can make one myself, a forgery kit.
Yeah.
Because I'm actually proficient with a forgery kit, but I don't have one.
Yep. There are some, probably some of the items that you'd need for a forgery kit. There's definitely the different types of paper and pens and ink and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They don't really have anything along the lines of wax seals or anything like that, which you would need to fully forge a document.
Yeah. Where would
But
I
you could
find wax
probably.
seals?
Sorry?
Where would I find wax seals? Because I might even just make a pit stop and grab that as well.
That's a good question. I'm not entirely sure.
To be honest, a cartographer's office is probably the only place I can think of that you'd find it. Or maybe a bookstore?
Maybe.
Because the only use for it is for sending letters.
Yeah.
So, like, a cartographer's or like a fucking, cartographers would probably be combined with a scroll store, and you'd probably have wax seals for scrolls. I honestly can't think of a single. No, you wouldn't even find it at a general store. I actually can't think of another store that there would be. What do you guys? Do you guys think there'd be another store that you could find wax seals?
Really? I know you could find wax.
Yeah, you can find wax in fucking damn near any place that has a candle, but like proper sealing wax.
Yeah, no idea.
Yeah, it'd have to be either like a bookstore or this cartographer's fucking what's his name? I might even ask him.
Okay. Just a moment.
Yeah, you're right.
Sorry, I'm just updating some notes.
No, that's okay. Probably be able to at least start the journey today and have to finish it next time.
Yeah, I think so. That's what I'm trying to aim for, at least.
That's all right. There was actually one thing I wanted to talk to you as the DM, Matt. I did look at it earlier, but now that I've actually got the book, I can see it right in front of me. It's a common magic item. It's not even uncommon. It's a common magic item called the Dark Shard Amulet.
Huh?
And basically, it's an amulet that's fashioned from a single shard of resilient extraplanar material. Blah 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 blah. While wearing it, you gain the following benefits. It requires attunement by a warlock. You can use the amulet as a spellcasting focus, and you can try to cast a cantrip that you don't know. It must be on the warlock spell list, and you must make a DC 10 Arcana check. If the check succeeds, you cast the spell. If the check fails, so does the spell, and the action you use to cast the spell is wasted. In either case, you can't use this property again until you finish a long rest.
Fair enough. You're going to start a quest to find this?
Well, it was a common magic item, so I sort of figured I'd probably be able to find it in a store in like the next town or something. But I just wanted to let you know it was something that I had in mind.
Fair enough. Excellent. Rightio. So you walk up to the counter in the cartographer store.
Yep.
And there's a little there was a little bell that sort of rang as you entered into the store. As you walk up to the counter, there's not anyone there yet, but you hear some sort of bumping around and stuff like that out in the backs of the store area.
Yep.
And then you hear a female voice say, coming, hold your horses. and then through the material that's hanging in the doorway, you see a female elf. That's she's got like golden long hair,
Yeah.
and she's wearing rather well made clothing, not sort of noble, but definitely not peasant clothing either.
I'm definitely gonna like pucker out my chest a little.
Rightio. And she sort of hurries in and sort of hurries up to the counter. Yes, yes. What can I do for you today?
I'm looking to make a few purchases. I was looking to make. I've already got some ink and parchments. I was wondering if you have any wax seals.
I do have a couple. Is there any specific seal you are interested in purchasing?
Probably a very generic one. For now. And some of the wax to go with it. If possible. I'm also looking to try and get a map of the summit peaks and one of Zethra, where I'm going to be traveling.
Oh, traveling up to Zephyr. Wow,
Yes.
that's certainly a decent trip.
Yeah.
Better be. There's not much air right up there, but I'm sure you guys all look fit and healthy and everything. You shouldn't have too much trouble with it.
We're certainly going to try.
Rightio then. Some wax. I've definitely got some wax, and she sort of disappears behind the counter for a little bit, sort of searching through some stuff under the counter, and she comes up with a couple of different colours of wax sticks.
No, I think you
And-
disconnected.
And
Yeah.
she
Yeah,
has
Yeah.
and she has a generic wax seal that's for it's basically a seal of a noble family. It's not a specific noble family, but it's a noble seal.
Do
Yeah,
I know it?
it's
Yeah,
not
you
for
would-
a specific noble.
Oriel would recognize it as a noble seal. It's not for a specific family.
It's not fake, I'll tell you that.
Yeah, it's not a fake.
Can you send me an invite to the game, please? I timed out.
You should just be able to join it.
I don't know, it's weird. I can't find it. Oh, maybe I'll do it through Steam. That might help me.
It says you're not online, that's why.
That's
I
right,
can't-
I'm joining you now.
Yeah, I couldn't invite you.
Yeah, it doesn't say you're online.
Yeah. It says I'm disconnected. Oh, back in. Yeah, there we go.
Lit.
I don't know why it's doing it to me tonight. It just doesn't want me.
We
Just
don't have
doesn't
long.
like you.
No, it really doesn't, does it? Alright.
Rightio. She says, "Oh, map of the summit peaks. I'm sure I had one of those lying around here somewhere. Let me go and find it for you." And she exits from behind the counter and sort of goes to one of the bookshelves and sort of starts looking through some of the scrolls.
Yep.
And she comes up with one that's about a foot long, and another one that's about half the size. And it takes her a few minutes to find them, but she comes back to the counter and says, "Here we go. This is this is a basic sketch out of the ranges of the summit peaks, and here we have a sketching of the little township of Zephyr as well."
Oh,
So they're not the best maps, but they will give you a good idea of where everything is. That's
okay.
about the best I can do, I'm afraid.
That's alright. I understand. Gotta do what you gotta do. So, having said that, how much would you like for all of this?
Well, the wax is going pretty cheap at the moment. I do have quite a good store of that. The seals are a little bit more expensive, and the maps aren't the best quality, but the cartographer that I got them from wasn't was pretty stingy himself. She sort of mumbles a little bit, adding some things up. I'll take 20 gold pieces for the lot, please.
And I'll like reach into my cleavage and pull out a small pouch and I'll hand it to her and I'll wink.
She sort of raises her eyebrows a little bit and then sort of almost blushes, but not quite. And she takes the pouch. Sorry?
No, I'm just fucking with you.
She takes the pouch and puts it away in a box under the counter.
Yep.
Well, pleasure doing business with you all. Please do come again after you've had your trip.
I certainly will. I'll be seeing you later then, Miss.
My name's Erbren.
Right. And because I'm as dumb as a fucking bag of sand, can you spell that, mate?
ER
Yep.
BREN.
Oh, it's exactly as I spelt it. Awesome.
Yeah, exactly.
And you said she was a
Erbren.
half elf?
She's an elf.
Oh, just full elf.
Just a full elf.
I might actually talk about this. What else do they sell there, Oberon? What else does she sell?
She's got lots of different inks and parchments and things like that. She's got different grades of parchment as well, from stuff that's just been made out of reeds and papyrus and stuff, right through to high quality tanned skins and things like that. That'll last for ages. So, but essentially different qualities of writing materials.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can I get one set of paper and one ink? Not the highest quality, but little above average.
Yep. Okay.
The parchments are pretty cheap. It's the ink that's the problem.
That's fine. I want something decent because Ariel's not going to pay for shit.
Yeah. Okay. She sells you a couple of metal tipped quills, so they've got some good nibs on them.
Yep.
And so she sells you 5 of those.
Yeah.
She sells you a probably modest amount of ink, maybe about 150 mils sort of size of ink.
Yeah.
That'll probably last you quite a while. And not the sort of crappy reedy sort of paper.
Just so you know, Matt, ink comes in 1 ounce bottles.
Okay, fine. In that case, would you like 1 ounce or would you like a little bit more?
I might take a little bit more.
Okay, rightio. Say 5 ounces.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Well, a small cup of coffee from a coffee shop is 8 ounces.
That's a lot of ink.
I'll take it.
Take 5 ounces?
Sure.
Okay. Rightio. So 5 ounces of ink, 5 metal tipped quills.
Yeah.
And some semi-good papyrus scrolls. They probably come in a scroll of about 2 or 3 feet, I think. I'd have to look that up. I'm going to say 2 or 3 feet in a scroll. Do you want one scroll or do you want a couple of them?
I'll have a couple.
Okay.
You
So
can just
2
go
3
by-
feet.
If you
Hey?
need to, you can just go by parchments. They're an actual item.
Yep.
They're just parchment one sheet.
Okay. Rightio. So 3 sheets of parchment.
Yeah.
Okay. 3 sheets of parchment, 5 quills, and 5 ounces of ink.
Yeah.
Uno momentos. Looking at something.
All good. So did we get 30 gold from that last
Yes.
thing?
Yeah,
I
30
didn't
gold
add
each.
that. I just wanted to double check.
Yeah.
What was her name again?
Because the Erbren is her name,
Okay.
Erbren.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay. So all up for the ink, the parchment, and the quills,
Yeah.
you're looking at 40 gold pieces.
Easy. Done. I just got to add all that now.
And that's that's mostly just because of the quantity of ink and stuff.
Yeah, I just realised that the ink and the quills would probably cost the most. Well, I still want to send letters to Ulrich, so I realised I didn't have any paperwork
Yeah.
for it.
Cool. Peoples?
Right. Anyone need to get anything else? I've got enough rations for like 7 days, so I'm good.
I'm okay too.
I think I'm okay. Ordered mine all. Probably gonna need more rations, I think, because mine seem to be gone. Because I got really high-end ones.
You could probably just look for some. Oh no, you got high-end rations, never mind. I
Yeah,
was gonna say you could
that's
probably
what I
just
was
look for some
saying.
beads of nourishment.
That's food.
Oh, it's another magic item. It's literally like a tiny little gel ball that you put on your tongue. It dissolves, and that's food for the day. It's actually pretty fucking common because it's super easy. It's easier to make than most rations.
If I can find some, I will, but I'll also get some rations. Some of my high-end rations again, if I can. Or medium end, I guess.
Yep. Okay, so you managed to find you managed to go back to the same ration stall that you found the first time.
Yeah.
And you can pay 7 gold pieces this time for for
How many?
6 days of good rations.
Okay, I can do that. Mm.
So while you're wandering around the marketplace, you do notice some people wandering around that are noticeable, noticeably more well dressed than others. You would probably suspect that that they are involved in the textile industry.
Nice.
Is there any by themselves?
Every now and again, a couple of them in groups, sort of wandering around the place, admiring other stalls and whatnot.
Can I see any pouches or anything hanging off of them?
Sorry?
Any pouches or anything hanging off of them?
No, not well. They would have, yes, but the way their cloaks hang and everything like that, the pouches aren't easily accessible. Like they're covered by layers and folds of clothing.
Yeah, I'd only try to get one if I could see it.
Yeah. It's not obviously noticeable. No.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm all good then. I'm ready.
Yeah. Some of the merchants are talking in hushed tones and sort of wandering around. On like the northern side of the marketplace, you can see material dealers selling good quality linen and even the odd bolt of silk and whatnot. You can probably try and sort of find a hiding place around one of those places to see if anyone is talking about Lustran.
Yeah, as a text was. Yeah, I'll see if I can sneak up on someone and eavesdrop on someone's conversation.
Yep. Okay. So first up, I'll have you do a stealth check then.
12.
Okay. Then I'll have you do a perception check, please.
14.
Rightio. You do manage to find a hiding place. It's not particularly close to any conversations, but you do manage to hear snippets of conversation. You don't manage to hear the whole conversation. Essentially, you find out that um, you find out a few people saying things along the lines of what you already know. Things like Lustran has exited Stillben, that he's not around anymore. A few of the people seem a little bit put off by that, as if to sort of say, what's he gone sort of leaving Stillben for when he should be here, sort of helping with the business and all of that sort of stuff. You hear someone mention the name of an artifact. You can't hear whether or not that's the artifact that he's searching for, but you do hear the name of an artifact.
Do I know the name of the artifact?
And I'm just looking for it again. I'm just going to make sure I get it right. Hang on. About the rod of lordly might.
Worldly might.
Lordly.
Lordly.
Yeah, rod of lordly might, as in Lord.
Does the person that mentioned the artifact look like he comes
Yeah.
from this area or not really? Like any crests or anything?
Definitely involved in the sale of fine materials and things.
Sure.
It's hard to tell whether he's local or whether he's from somewhere else.
Righto.
You continue listening into yeah, that's the one. Rod of lordly might. As you further listen into that conversation, you try and get a little bit closer to be able to hear them better. I want you to roll another stealth check, please.
24.
Very good.
Much better.
Okay.
Double the last one.
Hear this. Yeah, that's right. You sneak closer because you notice that they're not particularly sort of looking around themselves. This particular person is basically sort of spruiking gossip that he's heard from somewhere else, sort of thing. And you do manage to sneak up. You find yourself a crate that's basically 5 or 6 feet away from where he's talking to this other person. And he mentions that was talking to him not long ago, and he'd mentioned the rod of lordly might to Lustrin, and Lustrin got incredibly excited about it. He wanted to know where the rod was. And this particular person had told Lustrin that he didn't know exactly where it was, but all he knew was it was in a dungeon somewhere near the summit peaks, and that's all he knew.
Cool. I just try and walk away unnoticed.
Yep, no worries. In that case, make another stealth check, please.
Copy and paste. 26.
Yep. Excellent. You managed to sneak away from the conversation without being seen by anyone, and you find your way back to the rest of the group.
Awesome.
You get anything?
I just went
are
up
the
and
darkness.
didn't see me go up there, but yeah, I was over there next to that guy. Points to the dude that was talking.
Yeah, I was watching you walk away.
You didn't. I was too sneaky.
Yeah. No,
Broad daylight, sticky.
You can make as little noise as humanly possible, but if I literally watched you walk away, I know where you went.
Yeah. It's just, yeah.
No, he just walks away a couple of steps and then just goes, and you don't see him anymore. And then you're doing some other stuff, and suddenly there he is again.
Looking up at you from your knees.
Yep.
Dad, Mom.
Tugging on the cloak.
Anyways.
I heard that guy talk about. He was the one that told, what's his name, Lustrin, where he might find the rod of lordly might.
Does that name ring a bell to me?
Not specifically, no.
Okay.
No.
Well, it definitely sounds like the kind of artifact that'd be useful to him, especially in his situation. I mutter to myself, I guess I'll ask later tonight. All right. I think we're pretty much all ready then. We
Yes.
what did you say where he thought this rod might have been?
In a dungeon in the summit peaks.
Right. I'll quickly look up the map, and see if I can find anywhere that might house that. Like if I can gain something inside of whatever. Matt.
Yep. So you have a look over the map. There are
Yes.
run in a northerly direction, and there's like
Oh,
three.
okay. So you were
There's like
actually
three
cutting out.
sort
I
of
didn't hear you.
ranges.
I thought you just stopped talking, but you were actually cut out.
Yeah.
I heard so
Yeah.
you and then nothing.
So the map says that the summit peaks run in like a northerly line, and there's three sort of ranges that go off to the northeast.
Yep.
Um, there are a number of entryways into caves and things like that in the sides of some of the mountains,
Yeah.
but there aren't any indications of whether they're just caves. They could actually lead into dungeons. It's
Well.
where there are a lot of goblin caves and things like that as well.
Yeah. Well, I do highly doubt that this fucking Baron fella would have gone on his own. So my guess is if we move, get a move on, excuse me, and see if we can maybe pick up a trail, we might be able to find where he's gone into one of these dungeons. What do you guys think?
Yep.
Sounds like
Yeah.
a good idea.
Alright, I think the sooner the better too. I think we should leave immediately. I'm going to
Yeah.
quickly go back to the Rotten Goat and pay off 3 more nights.
Yep.
So it'll be a total of 4 left.
Yep.
That was wasn't it a silver piece for a night or 5 silver a night or something?
Yeah, I think it was 5 silver a night.
Right, then I'll hand over 2 gold.
Yep.
And I'll just let them know that I'll be out of town for a couple of days.
Yep.
As we're leaving, do I see anyone on the northern gate from the clasp?
Yeah, you can see one guy that's sort of leaning against the opening of an alleyway that you recognise from the clasp.
I walk up to him and ask him if he saw Lustrin leaving this way at all.
He nods and he says
You cut out again, mate.
he says Lustrin was actually through this way. Probably about 3 nights ago, he left through this gate.
Okay. Did he have a large guard with him or just a small amount of people?
Bless you.
Thank you.
Matt, we can't hear you again.
I'm gonna just disconnect and everything quickly just to sort of see if it'll improve this connection.
Okay.
Yep.
I don't. Anything else I should ask? You reckon? I can't think of anything.
I'm not there. So
Oh yeah, I forgot.
kind of
You're
up
not
to
there.
you.
Yeah.
Okay, that sounds better.
Yes.
Yeah.
Excellent. Okay, so yeah, you find out that he did pass through 3 nights ago.
Did I asked? Did he have a large guard with him, like many guards, or just a small party?
No, he was he had 2 bodyguards. They were all on fast horses.
Nice.
His bodyguards were dressed in sort of. You find out that his bodyguards were dressed in similar sort of armor as you saw the guards around his mansion.
All right then.
Similar armor as Dick, as guard. Sorry.
Yeah. Guard Dick.
Oh, can't wait till that boy realizes that I can fuck with his mind in so many ways.
Awesome. So I come back. Oh, I wait at the gate for Vale to catch up after paying the money, obviously. And then
Yep.
give him I tell him that we should hurry along. He's
Yeah,
already got a
then
3-night
we'll,
lead on us.
pretty much leave immediately.
Yep.
All right.
Excellent.
Probably your best
Well,
spot to end it.
Yeah, you've been able to basically do all of the asking and stuff. It hasn't taken you incredibly long, so it's still probably about 8 or 9 o'clock at the latest in the morning at the moment, as you leave Stillben.
Awesome.
Sweet. Awesome.
So I'm going to say by the end of the day, you managed to travel. Yeah, you managed to get just past where the bridge went into the Couture swamps that you went to a couple of days ago.
Yeah.
And essentially the foothills of the summit peaks are starting just as you find a place to camp down for the night.
Okie doke.
Sweet.
Okay.
Sweet.
And we didn't quite get to the map.
That's all right.
That's okay.
To be fair, I was really trying, but I also really need to actually put effort into this. I
Yeah,
can't just
I know.
glide through until the next combat encounter.
Yeah, I know. I'm trying to do the same. You know, you can't just push it.
Nah, and especially considering we're actually trying to prevent a coup. A lot of
Yeah.
this is actually going to be diplomatic.
Yeah.
So I'm trying to give everybody as much work as they can, but to be fair, a lot of it's going to be talking, which is it's just my all of my charisma skills are at +6.
Yeah.
So
I understand that too. I'm just trying to use my connections, and that's the only way I can talk to people,
that's exactly right. But that's what I mean. It's Oriel's got her noble connections.
It
I'm
doesn't
just
really help much.
very high. Well, yeah, but it's not much, but it's still something. I'm
Yeah, but
very
that's
highly charismatic, so I can do a lot of
Yeah.
talking, get to know a lot of people, meet new contacts, stuff like that.
Yeah.
I'd be considered the face of the party, so to speak.
Yeah.
And now we've got Soalk, who's got his criminal contacts, and Sauce is kind of just making a really nice bodyguard.
Yeah.
To be fair, and I feel bad for saying this, but it probably is a decent thing that Rhett didn't show up because there was nothing for him to really do, so he probably would have been really bored.
Yeah.
Yeah, he would have been following me around.
Yeah, and I would have felt really bad, but there really wasn't that much we could have, done because we didn't get into combat.
Yeah. And I'm trying to make this campaign as balanced as I can as far as RP and combat goes.
Yeah.
I don't just want to have dungeon crawl after dungeon crawl sort of thing,
Yeah.
That's great. I love that.
Yeah.
No, it is good. We need more of the role play side as well.
Yeah.
So we didn't level up.
Nope.
Not by
Still-
talking.
No.
Still all level 3. Level 3.
Matt's pretty good. So even though he's still technically doing an XP based system, he actually awards us XP for diplomacy and stuff like that. So even though none of us got into combat, none of us killed anything, we would have still earned a bit of XP for all the role playing we did.
Yes.
So although he is doing it as an XP system, for us we might as well just consider it a milestone system.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right. Awesome.
To be fair, though,
I didn't even think
there was a bit of a mistake in the first session, and we fought things that were a CR of 3. So we got almost
they weren't
slaughtered.
quite that bad, but there was more of them than there should have been.
No, there were a CR of 2, and there was 2 of them, And then you also had the ones that were like a CR of 1, and there was 2 of them.
Yeah.
And we were all level 1, and there were 3 of us. Not only were we outnumbered, but we were outgunned. So we basically leveled to 2 in the first session, and nearly got to 3.
How, I forgot to ask that those connections in. Would I know where our underground tunnels and shit are, where they would lead to?
Yeah, you would. You would have. You wouldn't know the entire network of underground tunnels, but you'd know some of them enough to sort of find your way to like clasp headquarters and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. I was just thinking of if there's another way for us to travel that's quicker, probably be under there through them.
Yeah. Well, most of the underground things would only be within cities and townships and stuff.
Yeah, I'm not thinking of now, but yeah.
Yeah. Because you'd use the sewer systems and stuff like that. Places like the really big capital cities of Amon and stuff like that would have really decent networks of tunnels underneath them, and you would have a basic understanding of those tunnel systems because you would have heard stuff from other people in the network, sort of thing.
Yes.
You also got the language of thieves can't. So basically, it's a skill that only rogues can learn, so only thieves know it. Basically, and it's code that you instantly recognize. So, like, if someone says something to you in thieves can't, it will sound completely different to us, but you will understand its hypothetical meaning.
Yeah.
So keep in mind too, like if you can see a sign or graffiti somewhere that might just say something completely stupid, but you understand that it's a sign that, hey, there's a secret entrance back here, sort of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Alrighty.
Awesome.
It's getting a bit late, and I've got work again in the morning.
Yeah, me too. Well, thanks for tonight, guys. We'll get into some combat next week.
Yeah, that was a 6 session.
Yeah. Excellent, guys. Thanks a lot, eh?
Yeah, absolutely.
I've been raring to get back into it.
Yeah, same.
Righto. See you later, guys.
Righto, guys. Ciao.
Okay.
Bye.
Bye.